What's up, everybody? My name's Chance, and today we're going to be taking a look at a mono red deck, and today's going to be kicking off, I don't want to call it a series, but a sort of dive into the, it's not core set, I always want to say core set, but into the standard 2021 ranked sort of format, right? We have this new format where you can go ahead and play what's sort of going to be the next standard, right? They take away all the old sets. Of course, you can't play the newest one that's going to be coming out in a month or so, but it's still kind of nice because then you don't have to deal with, you know, Nissa and this and that and all these old cards that may be really, really annoying for you, or, you know, maybe it's just a less competitive place to play. And that's what I found personally for myself. You know, in Historic, you have people like Crokies and Danny T. Law and all these like really smart people doing their best to figure out the best deck there, because that's where a lot of the fun is, right? However, if you're also trying to play competitive and you want a lot of fun because you want to win and not be up against everyone that has these over-the-top dollar, you know, great decks because they have a ton of wild cards, I recommend going and playing Standard 2021 Ranked, because this area is one where you can actually play some not so expensive decks. They're rotation proof, so they're still going to be good for next standard, and the competition isn't near as stiff because it's not in Historic where everyone's just throwing wild cards at the wall, right? You can sort of use a little bit more budgety decks and get away with it and pick up some victories. Anyways, on into some mono red. This is I tried to make a version that could climb quick, right? So you would either know you were going to win or lose very quickly, and hopefully you would have at least a 55 to 60% win rate given, you know, you played the deck correctly. So all that being said and out of the way, we are maintaining those cards that are just powerhouses in mono red, and they have been since they've been dropped. So Embercleave, Torbran, Anax, Bone Crusher, Robber of the Rich, Fervent Champion, all these are still very, very much the same and still very, very good in the deck, right? All these things hit hard, they do what they're supposed to do, and in mono red, you want to try to kill your opponent by turn 4 or 5, and all these cards allow you to do that. Infuriate was one that was also sort of splashed before in mono red. However, what I'm finding now is the mono red that I'm playing, and I'm sure the mono red that most people are playing, is more creature smash face sort of eccentric. Yes, we had Embercleave before, but that was mostly just like get it on Anax and sort of disrupt them with Robber. But I find Infuriate to be pretty good. This is the card that I'm a little bit questionable on, but I really wanted to try it out because it is kind of new, and y'all know me, I'm a sucker for new stuff. Anyways, 10 Street Cadet, 1 mana 1/1 that reads whenever 10 Street Cadet becomes blocked, create a 1/1 red goblin creature token. You're saying, Chance, that's not really that good. Well, one, Scorch Spitter is gone, so we had to find another 1 mana card. So is the 10 Street Goblin thing that could, you know, pay 1 mana and dodge, whatever. The nice thing about 10 Street Cadet, you swing in, they block, you use Infuriate, so you remove one of their creatures, and you also get another creature. So pretty good value there. Equally, you can use Rimrock Knight and then trade out 10 Street Cadet, and then you have the 1/1 Goblin in its place. So it kind of acts as those cards, like Grim Initiate, I think it is. It has a mass 1 whenever it dies, right? So you swing in, you sort of trade it out, and then you get something back. Same thing here. Moving us along, Rimrock Knight is still the same. It's, you know, it's a 3/1 for 2 mana, great, and it can pump your other creatures for 1 mana at instant speed, which is also very, very wonderful. Robber of the Rich, again, gonna allow you to steal stuff from your opponent. It has reach, it has haste. You know, what more do you want from a mono red card? We have Thrill Possibility in the deck because Light Up the Stage it's gone, it's kaput, it's no more in standard. Well, soon, you know what I'm saying. So Thrill Possibility is going to be taking its place for us, at least just 2 copies. I feel like the rest of the deck is pretty good, and I tried to make it to where the powerhouse and the powers of what you're going to be drawing here in the top end were all fairly solid to boost your bottom end, right? Because the previous mono red, you would use Anax and Torbran and Bone Crusher and Embercleave, and then you would just have this seriously like quick bottom end, right? And that was really good at drawing cards and cycling you through and all that kind of stuff. Well, now we don't have that as much without Light Up the Stage and that kind of stuff, so I've decided to go for things like Bolt Hound, right? 3 mana for a 2/2 with haste. Not fantastic just right there, but it does have haste, and we're in mono red, so that's great, right? Great for Embercleave at least. And it reads, whenever Bolt Hound attacks, other creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn. So you're going to boost up your Rimrock, your Fervents, your 10 Streets, your Robbers, your Anaxes, everything, right? And it's not legendary, so you can have 2 of these down, 3 of these down, 4 of these down. And it's just going to, you know, stack on top of one another, which is really awesome. Bone Crusher Giant, still some great removal, and you get a 4/3 on the other side that causes damage to your opponent if they try to target it, so really nice there. Ogre Battle Driver, you know, Torbran is pretty much always a better draw, I've found. Unless you get board wiped, right? And you're sitting around maybe 5-6 mana, and this is like mid to late game for mono red at least. You have Ogre Battle Driver and a 2 mana card or a 1 mana card, and your opponent's real low. Ogre Battle Driver is actually better than Torbran because you throw this down, it gives your other creature haste, it gives it +2/+0. You know, realistically, that's 5 points of damage, 6 mana after you just got board wiped, because you have Rimrock and, you know, Ogre or Robber the Rich. It's 4 damage, right? So Ogre does have its situations where it's better, and flooding the board is cool and all that. I'm trying to figure out a way to use the Anax tokens alongside Ogre Battle Driver, you know, preemptively into combat and get a benefit from it, but I'm struggling a little bit to maintain the efficiency of the deck and do that. So I don't know how I feel about it, but, you know, it does work out in our favor in the moments when Torbran doesn't, right? So Torbran and Embercleave are the last 2 cards in this deck, and, you know, they're powerhouses. Torbran allows you to deal an additional 2 damage whenever you have a red permanent that deals damage, right? So that's awesome. And then Embercleave, of course, gives you +1/+1, double strike, and trample, and it comes in at flash speed, and you can reduce the cost per number of attackers you have, right? So great card all around, right? Anyways, that is going to do it for the deck tech breakdown. We're not going to be blah, 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 blah. We're not going to be having a deck tech wrap up for these videos because I'm so focused on just making this main course, this main deck, as good as possible. So if you have any suggestions for how to make this deck even better, and that's our only goal with these decks, is to make them more competitive, right? We're trying to go into ranked. We're going to go through all the colors. So this is mono red. I think next we have mono white, mono blue, mono green, mono black, white, blue, green, red. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Anyways, we're going to be going through all of them, so be sure, if you're enjoying this, if you enjoy the 2021, you know, standard ranked, watch these videos, because we're going to be doing every single color, and then I'm going to go back and do all the dual colors, and we'll see if we can knock out the tricolors before the next set drops, right? Anyways, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the matches. A lot of 3-drops. A lot of 3-drops. Fingers crossed they don't have more removal. Woo! Do love me a good old Myers grasp. Isn't magic fun? Removal, removal, removal. Oh yeah, baby. Fuck. Love this shit. No, don't tell me that last card in hand is removal. Go ahead. Use a 3rd copy of Myers Grasp. Would not shock nor surprise me in the least bit. Well, that just sounds like a dead weight that you don't want to throw down immediately. Well, that seems pretty good, huh? So we're dealing 3, 5, 6. I don't know what damage that is, but it's pretty good. They're down to 11 like us. Good. Fuck you. Booj. Booja. Booja. I don't know what your name is. Either way, though, fuck you. Alright, so if we swing it with 3, it only makes that cost. Yeah, alright, bet. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Well, you like to see that, don't you? Have fun with that, Jimmy. Booja. Naxox. Naxox? I don't. That doesn't sound right. Sure. Sure, we'll keep it. We have plenty of mana and stuff. Mana and stuff. But yeah, we should have won that last game. That was bullshit. Another mono red player. It's not great for us because they got the all these Embercleaves. All these motherfucking Embercleaves. Robber of the rich. Well, never mind taking that one out. Another Torbran. Oh, this is why we have thrill possibility, folks. For when this shit happens. Oh, legendary, legendary, legendary. So that's the 3rd time within 2 games that we've gotten 3 legendaries. Or 3 legendary pairs, like I should say. So they're not going to swing in here, yeah. We have a Bolt Hound of our own. That's interesting. We could actually swing in with that and then just swing in with everything and really let them fill it. I like the idea of that. Bam. Now if we can draw into a land come next turn, we can either have Torbran or Embercleave. I think Embercleave in this scenario would actually be better because it gives us that trample plus double strike, right? So even if they swing back, they're only dealing 4 points of damage. Another Bolt Hound, that's fucking terrifying actually. So now they're dealing 8 damage. Ah! Fuck, and that was supposed to be a land or something. God damn it. And we don't have haste on this creature either. Alright, might as well go ahead and do this. We'll get rid of one of the Torbrans because, again, I think Embercleave's better in this scenario. Infuriate and a Fervent. If I swing in, they go down to 7. They can remove that. They can kill us, I feel. So if I swing in for 4, puts them down to 9. I think next turn with Embercleave, I can take them out. We need 2 creatures just in case they can remove something. Of course, if they remove a creature, we can't cast Embercleave unless we draw a land. Alright, there's the removal. More fucking removal? Fuck you. Asshole. Or are they just thinking about whether or not to swing in? They only deal 8 damage. We'd have to hit a land. Have to. We can Infuriate, put our Bone Crusher up to 7. 8 with 10 Street plus Fervent is 9. So we do have lethal. So actually we wouldn't want to block with our 10 Street. Oh, this is super stressful. Another Fervent. Fuck me. Fuck you. What an ass. Alright, so they're dealing... Oh, I think that's lethal, honestly. We can block here, 4, 7, 10. Yep. Oh! Xyla Cider. Interesting. Interesting. Well, sure. Looks very similar to the hand we just had. Except we have 10 Street Cadet instead of Fervent, which is kind of unfortunate, right? You would almost prefer a Fervent in every scenario. If we can get that Ogre Battle Driver down, though, I'll be pretty happy. What do you hit? Just the land? Okay, so they're at least Simic. By the way, there's that other land we needed for the Ogre Battle Driver, so that's good. Just ripping them off the top with our Robber of the Rich, so that's nice. 1-2 might block our 10 street. If it does, not bad, right? So yeah, we got a goblin back, and we took out a creature in exchange. That's pretty good all in all. Oh, the easy peasy lemon squeezy concede. Zarathustra gonna be our next foe. We'll keep our fingers crossed that the universe is in our favor for luck, probability, and all things holy, right? Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying all magic is luck, but there is a very, very high probability to the wholeness of it. Which, yes, I understand. The idea of building a deck is to minimize the probability, but you can't. You can't minimize the probability of something of which you have no control over, such as a shuffler, of which you don't know the entire dynamics of it, such as best of one mechanics. I'll be very, very surprised if we can get this Embercleave off without a hitch. I'll also be very, very happy if we can. We'll see, though. We shall see. No. What? You should have removed it when you had the chance. I'll tell you that much. Right now. Yeah, okay. So they were looking to do that whenever we went to play Embercleave. La-di-da. At least we got rid of the hooded black thing. That's good. And we still have Embercleave available to throw down on something else. Good old Rankle. Can't just leave people alone. The make us discard, we're obviously discarding the land here, yeah. Do 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 do. So we put this on the 10th Street Cadet for a couple reasons. One, Fervent already has first strike. Two, you want people to defend 10th Street, not Fervent, because 10th Street gives us another creature whenever it does die, right? Or whenever it gets blocked, not necessarily dies, but yeah. So we shall see. Eat to extinction. Interesting. Interesting. Well, at least we can put Embercleave onto Fervent for free. For the free ski, right? Each player discards a card. Cocksucker. I think we're still going to have this match, though. Even with the multiple removals, even with the Maze Tomb heal. I think we might just maybe, in the end, win. By the way, I should probably put out a disclaimer in like each of my videos. Trash talk is not actually personal in any of my videos. If I trash talk you and you watch, don't get offended. Because I know there's some people that like I run into of my fans and they're like, wow, you're just actually insulting me, sir. I'm like, ooh, yeah, sorry, that's what I do. I just insult people. It's not the prettiest. Alright, so we're just swinging all in here because they do have to block something for sure, right? And then we have Ogre Battle Driver to throw down afterwards. So we could have swapped Embercleave over to Bone Crusher Giant, but this forces them to use whatever they have sort of withheld to take out our other stuff. Because if we have something like Infuriate, I don't know that they'll want to allow, yeah, Fervent through. So they're going down to 6 health. We're also taking out their, what's it called? I could equip Embercleave back to Rimrock. I think I'd rather have Ogre Battle Driver though. We can equip Embercleave come next turn. It's not a big deal. Haunted Nightmare. What? That should be lethal, yeah. Beautiful. B-E-A-U-T-ful. Get him. Oh, it's not lethal. Oh, cheeky. Cheeky, cheeky. Now get down to Murderous Rider. Oh my god, we're gonna lose this match fucking again because of a labyrinth of Scophos. It was a motherfucking labyrinth. I tell you, Magic has a way of tilting me. This mono red deck gets so close to victory. Oh, fuck. Motherfucker, they can still use the goddamn fuck-ass labyrinth. Oh, I fucking hate this shit. You're at 1 health. How about just die? Just fucking roll over, turn over. God damn it. If I could fucking sneeze at you, I would. Garbage. Fucking garbage. Alright, now time for you to labyrinth. Oh, that's fucking cheeky. I just played that wrong though. And they block the robber. Oh no, I win, don't I? No, because the fuck. Let's say they couldn't block the robber because I think I would have taken him out. This game, though. This motherfucking game. At least we do have Murderous Rider on our side, so we can get that down and have a life linker. They have removal or something. They have to. And then they use Labyrinth to keep our creature out of the fight, right? Oh my goodness. We actually can't cast this because it costs black mana. Oh, that's a little stressful. Just use your removal, god damn it. Yep. I'm still swinging in. Maybe I can grab something from them. You can. Yep. Yep. Now they drew into the removal, didn't they? Yep. Dear God. But this pretty much sums up how my night's been going, right? 20 minutes of the opponent being on one fucking life. Yeah. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm done for the night.